everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for May 25th, 2020, Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I want to remind everybody that we have a health call tonight at 9 p.m. on this line. I'm going to cover a whole gambit for the body, for our health and well-being, and also gain perspective on how to become the doctor of your body. It's always a interesting transition for any civilization to figure out what its true power is, and it's unfortunately it gets sidetracked by ego, mind, and the true meaning of our existence with the pure consciousness within us, the God. And coming into our own, and the only way that happens is that you have two ways. One is where there aren't enough of the civilization to, like all at once make a leap or a jump. And the other end is where there are so many people who are awake enough and that are internal that they ascend. And all ascension is a increase of awareness of who and what you are and vibrational frequency. So therefore, you're able to travel, so to speak, into higher dimensional frequencies and exist in those frequencies. Obviously, your whole physical vessels will accommodate or shift or adjust for that frequency. And when you look at us, you look at why don't we have 6 fingers and 6 toes? Why do we have 5 fingers and 5 toes? It connects, you can start understanding 5-dimension, 5D, and how that translates for us. And another tough one is for people who are awake to decide to make the transition out of a dimensional frequency that they basically have been in forever. And so that dimensional frequency is, you're so used to it that whether you're conscious or not to it, you gravitate to it. You become seduced into it, you try to leave it, and then you go back into it, and you try to leave it, and you go back into it. Now imagine that every single part of us, every single piece of us has been finitely put together perfectly. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing inside of us that is not lovable. And every part of us is connected to the divine, the pure consciousness. And we celebrate it, or we choose either to or not. And again, we get caught up in the third density. Even when you're not in it, you still step in it. And the third density, third dimension, and this may sound funny, but it's not our natural state of being. That's why there's so much discomfort amongst the civilization. That's why there's so much stress, different attitudes. That's why all of the stuff that's been created to distract the civilization from itself. You know how frustrating it is to those who know how powerful they are, yet they have not discovered how to use those powers. That's pretty frustrating. You know, when you know you're very powerful, you just know it. And not talking about ego mind, I'm talking about heart mind, ego, not ego mind, but the heart mind, confidence. And you go, wow, you know, I wish I could discover within me how to utilize the powers that I am. And to literally elevate us out of permanently this sequestered existence. Because we are not meant to be in the state we're in that has been manipulated and forced, and it isn't our natural state of being. So it's for us to ascend out of it. And the eventual transition for all of us is going to be that we'll discover all of the powers that we do have within us, where we will, moving energy into form it'll be like a blink of the eye. It won't even be something that, you know, oh, this is tough or difficult. It'll be like common motion for us. And that's why, you know, some of us have taken it to the understanding is that we have this transformation going on where we're embracing the heart mind fully and we're leaving the ego mind behind. And that's the transition that this civilization's in. And it is a life-changing experience for all of us. And it'll shatter all the old self-sabotaging patterns so that we can attract the relationships and the wealth and abundance and happiness that we all, every single one of us, deserve. This increases our natural ability to receive the love, life, and the desires we want, yet don't feel worthy of. You know how many people on this planet actually don't feel worthy of being in joy and happiness and bliss and peace? It's kind of like hearts that need healing. And I know a lot of you feel that amongst the civilization, that you're aware of it. And of course, we all are healing our hearts because of different anomalies and situations that have occurred during our existence in these bodies. But we all feel and are all literally forever plugged into each other. And that's one thing that, you know, you find it quite kind of perplexing when you look across the civilization of this planet and you see such disillusionment, such strife, such sorrow and anguish, and struggle, discrimination, all of these stupid, ridiculous frequencies absolutely crazy. And as we come together, we'll begin to drop all of that stuff away, the dogma, the accumulated garbage that's been thrusted upon this civilization forever. You know, we as these bodies, for instance, it blows people's minds to know that we were originally meant to be, 50, 60 feet high. All of us, this whole civilization. Instead, because of genetic manipulation and different convergences of different civilizations interfering, we are today what we are physically, the physical body, the vessel. With, 12 or 28 strands of dormant DNA is just amazing. That we limp along in these bodies because these bodies are so much more than we realize. They seem frail. Well, yeah. You shut down just about over 90% of the DNA, your DNA structure, your strands of DNA. You're going to limp along. So this is a healing of the heart this civilization is experiencing, and each of us choose and decide for ourselves to engage that. A lot of us don't know that. Why people feel lonely, why they feel separated, why they feel forlorn, why they feel stressed and worried and filled with anxiety and fear and undeserving. Oh, I don't deserve to have that. That's just too much. I shouldn't have all that. And it's silly. We have for ourselves. You don't need to go anywhere to do anything. You do it within, no matter where you're at. And you're looking at self-appreciation, acceptance, and approval, and self-love that probably you've never felt before. And this is part of the transformation, the forgiving and the gentleness and kindness that we give ourselves. And most of us don't do that. We sink into the negative, dank, suppressive feelings, and we start looking at anger and fear, distrust, and it's just, it's like when you look at it from outside of it, it looks like a green-black goo that has the worst odor that you could ever possibly smell. It'd knock you out if you smelled it. That's what it kind of resembles. And to clear the civilization, we do it, we affect change by being change. We affect direction by being the direction we affect. So we literally are healing and lifting the vibrational frequencies of the civilization. And these meditations do a tremendous job and service to the population of the planet, pretty much all life. And, when we realize that we are to practice self-love 24/7, and the self-love is literally the healing of ourselves, the healing. And when we aren't in sync with loving ourselves, we bring in a lot of lower frequency issues. And how many of you can say have an unstoppable love for yourself, towards yourself. Now, when you have an unstoppable love toward yourself, you will automatically regain the power to create in reality massive, amazing opportunities, financial goals, ideal relationships, outrageous opportunities in your life. And the high energetic frequency of self-love is irresistible to others. And it naturally opens up other people's energy fields. It naturally opens up other people's energy fields, causing them to want to support you in your manifestations, creating in reality. And when we live from this vibration, everybody is naturally pulled towards you and truly supports you in making your dreams a reality. Is it a race for self-love? No, it's not a race. Do you get a prize at the finish line? There's no finish line. It's self-love. It's literally living from the vibration of the love that you are within you. So it is self-love. And it's a healing process to move and embrace the love you are, the self-love, the healing. All the different frayed edges and cracks and crevices that have been created during our travels in this body, or others before. Can you imagine what happens when you fully embrace the love for yourself? How you feel, how you respond, how you view things, totally different. Love for yourself, self-love, love for yourself. A lot of us don't spend much time at all loving ourselves, because of this guilt thing that has been so inbred in civilization. That's being arrogant, and I shouldn't say that to myself, and, I should be a lot more, less complimentary to myself. I don't care to get carried away with that. And so what do? We stop our awareness of how much we do love ourselves. What do most people do? You know how many people that view themselves and go, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I don't like the way this is, and I don't like the way that is. And they spend most of their time saying how much they don't like about themselves. And on our civilization and the social structures of this planet, they literally feed that, If you don't look a certain way, or if you aren't built a certain way, and, how others are going to view you. And that's heavy duty on this planet, heavy duty. And so when you begin to embrace yourself, love yourself, you say, you know what, I'm very thankful and grateful for everything that I am, every part of my body. Why would I want to change anything to appease or to attract others, which is all artificial? It holds no weight, but a lot of people do it. And literally loving yourself is the greatest answer to all of your biggest problems and to becoming the master of your life. The master of your life. You imagine that? Everything that we desire, everything that we chase after, everything that we want to covet or want to have is blocked because of how we feel about ourselves. This is one of the main crucial blocks to people living the lives that they desire or the lives of their dreams. Because they really have not embraced themselves, and they have they have love, but not really directed to themselves. It's always been loving yourself. And it opens up the universe to just flow everything to you. But how many of us can say that we truly love ourselves? And to know it, you can feel the vibrational frequency as I'm talking. It's the greatest answer to your biggest problems and to becoming the master of your life. Visualize this planet where everyone loves themselves, genuinely, not superficially, but deeply. They all love themselves. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Eventually. Doesn't it make sense that you deeply love yourself and that it frees up a lot of the blocks that you're constantly trying to create to reality? It frees them up. They start flowing in. And as they start flowing in, you start realizing, wow, this is great. And try this for yourselves. This is a real face-off with who and what you are. Look in the mirror. Try this sometime today. Well, go in a quiet place. Look in the mirror. See yourself. And say, and see how you feel when you say that you love yourself deeply and dearly. See how you feel. And continue to do it. Now, you don't have to stand in front of a mirror for 3 days, but I'm saying you look in the mirror, you see yourself, and you deeply say, I am deeply in love with myself. I love myself. And I will continue to expand my self-love. And I will automatically regain my power to magically manifest many amazing opportunities, financial goals, ideal relationships, and outrageous opportunities in my life. Self-love is absolutely paramount in order for us to ascend. If we do not carry self-love and we have a lot of conflicting feelings about ourselves, we're not going to ascend until we clear that up with ourselves and we get in balance. This is part of our inner journey. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we want to do is relax our bodies. From head to toe, inside and out. Just totally let go of anything that you feel is attached to you that causes you stress, anxiety, fear, worry, unhappiness, anger, whatever it may be. Let it go. serves you no greater good. It just pulls you into the deeper and darker, lower dark matter frequencies. And that is not our natural state of being. So relax the body, let it go. Surrender to the God within you. Surrender to the pure consciousness. That which creates all things. Now, as we relax the body, we move into the now. We don't have anything else. We just have the now. Sometimes we're seduced into the past and embrace things that we experience that we find enjoyable and memorable. But that's dangerous because it literally stunts our forward movement, our progression to learn and experience new things, other things. And some of us get so caught up in the past, we visit it so much, or revisit it, that we drag it into a future that doesn't exist, and we create the future out of our past, and we live the past in our future, relive the past in our future. And that's just why so many people find themselves saying to themselves, why does it seem like I go in circles in this life? And there's no future because in the now is when we're creating our future. We're creating in the now. And in the now, we still the mind. We still the ego mind. We still the subconscious mind. All that noise and chatter that we all get leaves. It's gone. We have silence, peace, the space between heartbeats, the now, the moment. Now also, as we relax the body, we move into the now, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through our noses and breath out through our mouths. And visualize this breath because it's super powerful. And take a nice, easy breath in. We're going to do this at least 6 times when I'm talking. Take a nice, easy breath in and feel it as you literally move it through the center of your body. And we go to the root chakra. And we pull that air, that breath, all the way up through the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. And you can feel your muscles moving it all the way up, the crown chakra, in the back of the head. And as we hold it there, just briefly, I am light, I am love, I am, we release it into pure liquid frequency over the pineal gland. Now you picture the pineal gland, it looks like a prune or a rose bud. Just doesn't look anything much, but as we release this pure liquid energy over it, it begins to open. It's like a rosebud begins to bloom, comes in and opens up and starts blooming. And the more we do this, the more the pineal gland will bloom, expand. And it's very important to us while we're in these bodies because it's the gateway to all particles of existence. It's the gateway to pure consciousness. It's the gateway to beyond. So we need it to be fully functional. So picture this. As you breath it in, pull it all the way up to the back of the head, all through your chakras, and then you literally condense it, compress you release it over the pineal gland. You feel how powerful this frequency, this liquid energy is. And it's loving, and it's energizing, and it's peaceful, and it's powerful. So as we do this, we also know that we have the ego mind, and the ego mind sits there and it says that it wants this and it wants that. You're supposed to hang with it and listen to it and follow its direction and guidance. Well, we all know that that's not what we're going to do. We've done that for a very long time, and it's really not helped us at all. So we dismiss the ego mind and we tell it that it isn't in charge. We are. Or you say, you're not in charge here, ego mind. I am, so please take a seat. Now we're all one. We have the body. We have the pure consciousness, the God, the heart mind. We're all one. And we are consciously aware that we are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and gratitude. Now we have many with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. This is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do, and that's why we don't see them like we see each other. They're there. As many as 60, 70,000 can surround us at any one time. They hold a very small space, but they can have a large number in that small space because of their frequency. They also appear at times in humanoid form to give us a message, a good one. It's always positive. And it's good to have them. They're part of us in this transition and always. And they are consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love, highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. We have the ascended masters. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Hell, Thoth, many, many, many more. And they have ascended out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into body to experience the body just like they have done. And our pure consciousness is housed within these bodies. Now they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude, and they're consciously aware of this. Now all three of us, these are groups that are here now that know that we are all intimately connected and always will be as source creation, as pure consciousness. We call out to others to join us in this meditation in this now. So we call out to all the light energy beings that are all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest or deepest, eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, inner earth, Garta. And there are many, many, many civilizations. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation. Now, the light energy beings are in the Gogoplexes, trillions of them, and when Gogoplex fills this universe, the rest are all in the billions and trillions. So we call out, continue, to all of the galactics and off-worlders, many, many, many civilizations, just a fraction of them that we're familiar with, Pleiadians, Sirians, Andromedans, Arcturians, Zeta Reticuli, Saturnians, Golden Pyramid, Avians, Felines, and only those that are consciously aware that they're of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation. And we call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. And only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude and are consciously aware of it can join us in this now, in this meditation. We also call out to all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, in this now, in this meditation. They too, only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation. All of us that we've called upon, all together, all one, come in and form this massive circle of light, arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs. And we all form this massive circle of light. And it is so deep and so dense and so expansive that it literally dims all of the suns and all that there is. They are like a candle flickering compared to the brilliance and radiance of the light that we generate. Now we hug the planet Earth, Gaia, at the equator, and we form this massive circle of light, and we begin to levitate above the planet. And as we all do this, picture, visualize this, it's everywhere. We're everywhere. Trillions of googolplexes, billions and trillions of others, all connected into the one. All in this meditation, all consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. It's absolutely spectacular. So, as we continue to levitate up, we are in this beautiful gossamer field. It is reflecting of trillions of different brilliant, glittering lights. And we are reminded of who and what we are. With that, Archangel Raphael's emerald green flaming healing light is in a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. We have the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us that of our power, of our strength, and of our resolve. We are reminded by the column of the white fire. This white fire is our armor. It holds the highest of highest high frequencies of the deep eternal love and deep eternal gratitude. It's just brilliant. Now we choose that if we drop very low in our frequencies, we literally weaken our white fire armor. But only we can choose that. And if we do, more dark matter frequencies begin to attach themselves. We're also reminded of the purple transmuting flame. This column reminds us that we can bring it in at any time when we unfortunately select lower dark matter frequencies, and we can transmute those frequencies into neutralized substance, and we literally send them back to pure consciousness, and they are no more. We also have the column of the violet ray. This reminds us that we can bring the violet ray in at any time after the purple transmuting flame and literally balance and purify that area, lifting our vibrational frequencies into balance, and then restoring our white fire armor. We also have the golden white pink light. This is the reminder that we are the love, that we come from love, are of love. We see this color combination just about everywhere on this planet. We see it at sunsets. We see it at sunrises. We see it everywhere if we only look. Now understand that as we continue to levitate, we are all in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, and peace, tranquility, and benevolence. And all of us combined, endless numbers, our God light energy continues to intensify and continues to expand. We also have all the light energy beings that we're calling upon at this time who have decided to take on the forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, and this now, and this meditation, and this circle of light. And just to name a few of them, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the dwarves, gnomes, the trolls, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And only those that are consciously aware that they're of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude join us in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. And we are all of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we also have this massive column that we've created that is larger than the solar system. It is multicolored. It is opaque. It has trillions of reflecting colors. prisms, and we've constructed it so as the top of it at 360 degrees, literally waterfalls of golden ocean over everything, saturating, flooding, and bathing all things, all of us, all of our brothers and sisters on this planet Earth, Gaia. It is pure, deep, eternal love and pure, deep, eternal gratitude. It is the highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies. And it is endless. We also look up and we see a meditative sphere. We created this sphere over 2 years ago. It sits center circle. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. Well over 800 meditations. And it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. This is filled with the highest of highest high vibrational frequencies. It is made of pure consciousness, deep eternal love and gratitude. This is why it can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere, and it is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. Visualize this massive ocean that all of us are drops of, and each of us hold the essence of that ocean, that golden ocean. Why wouldn't we love ourselves as spectacular, as divine, as perfect as we are? What reason do we have not to love ourselves? Self-love. It is the first step to complete enlightenment and ascension. Now we look down upon this planet Earth, Gaia, and this now, in this meditation, this circle of light, and we see all of our brothers and sisters. Not only do we see them, we know them. Because we are them and they are us. Every facet, every action, every avenue. And they too eventually will turn inward, begin to embrace themselves and love themselves. And this affects all life. The highest value in the universes. It all begins with our decision, each of us, to begin to love ourselves. Self-love. Further eliminating third dimensional frequency. Lifting us higher and higher into fifth density, sixth density, and beyond. Feel that. Feel and experience through your heart minds this massive, deep, eternal love that vibrates within each and every one of us. To turn and embrace it. To love ourselves deeply and eternally. Every second of every bit of existence. Feel it. Feel the power that you are. I'll join you in the meditation and I'll return to close us out. in, easy breath out. Begin to become acquainted with self-love, with loving yourself. Look in the mirror. Start off by looking at yourself and saying that you love yourself through the heart mind, not the ego mind. Continue to do so. Just walking around to make your step for ascension. Genuinely love yourself. Every single bit of you. Self-love. We'll be back here tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the special health call.